everybody!
Welcome to the Turtle and the Bear podcast. I'm Turtle.
And I'm Bear, and today we're talking about insomnia, because just why? So, what is insomnia? For those of you who do not know, it's a sleep disorder where people have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. It's treatable through lifestyle changes, behavioral changes, therapy, and medication. Turtle just got up to get her Slurpee. We went to Max before this. Sorry, pre-warning, it's going to be a very unhinged episode.
I didn't fall asleep until like 3:30, and then I woke up at 10.
And she forgot her medication. And I was up until 7:30ish this morning and woke up at 12.
When I called you.
Yeah.
I waited as long as possible.
I did have an alarm set for 12:15 because I knew you were coming to pick me up.
Okay.
Yep.
75% of adults have insomnia symptoms, and 43% of teenagers have insomnia symptoms.
That's a crazy amount.
This is insane.
Can you imagine, in the early, 1900s, they would likely send you to a psych ward for that.
Or give you, some form of nightshade or something.
Something, because, the amount... I've read online, not that it likely is true, I can see it being true, though. The amount of stress that an average high schooler has, the amount of stress and anxiety, is the same that they would admit a person to a psych ward for in the early 1900s. And I'm just like, that's crazy. What are we doing with our lives?
Did you know that a medieval farmer got more vacation days than anyone nowadays? They got 100 and, I think 30 days of vacation.
A farmer?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. That's crazy.
Or peasant,
yeah.
I think
lower class.
It was because I think it was the church believed that people need time to rest and worship God and everything.
Okay, I don't
keep in mind this was in the medieval
yeah.
England, so
makes sense.
I might not be 100% correct, but
sounds right.
Insomnia and other sleep disorders go hand in hand with depression. That makes sense.
Yep. Insomnia and depression. Normally when you have pretty bad depression, you either sleep a lot or you have insomnia. Mm-hmm. So, it makes total sense.
I usually get... for me, it depends.
Well, exactly. It does the same with me.
Yeah.
Because my escape is sleep. Personally, it's one of my bad habits, my bad coping mechanisms that I have. But yeah, it definitely goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. Lifestyle changes to make that should help your insomnia.
Should. Being the key word.
Should. My brain just kind of went a little dyslexic when I was reading that sentence. Could you tell?
A little bit.
Having a strict bedtime regime that you consistently do.
Yeah, because
I am trying to fix that. It has been really bad the last couple weeks.
Well, I was talking to my little brother about this because he has a 1-year-old. And it's basically, you start doing this routine and your brain just goes, oh, hey, it's bedtime. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm pretty sure they did, scientific studies on it. And if you do it, in the middle of the day, your brain still will get sleepy. Mm-hmm. And you will want to have a nap. Which I think is cool. It's trickery. Mm-hmm. Basically.
Keeping your bedroom cool, quiet, and free from artificial light sources.
Well,
I keep it cool and quiet.
I was going to say, I keep mine cool, and I have a fan running always, so kind of quiet. White noise kind of thing. Yeah. Otherwise, it's, really quiet, and I don't like that. And artificial light, that's probably just meaning, your TV and your phone.
Yeah. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, and tobacco in the evening, as well as large amounts of food.
Yeah, I have a caffeine problem. I drank 3 Mountain Dews last night while working on our project.
That's bad.
I know. Like, I was like, I think this is why I can't sleep.
Yeah.
But I was very hyperfixated too.
Yes,
so.
you were. Avoid daytime naps.
Again, that's something I don't do. I love sleep as my coping mechanism, so, like, I do have naps.
Get off the electronics.
Yeah.
That I am bad for.
That I'm terrible for. It's kind of a good routine and rule to have that you don't use your electronics while in your bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know that some people do have that rule, but I'm so bad for just, like, doom scrolling at night.
I'm pretty bad at it too.
Yeah. If left untreated, insomnia can negatively affect your quality of life, and, I didn't know this, can cause health complications like cardiovascular disease and cancer.
That kind of makes sense, though.
I mean, everything causes cancer nowadays, but, like...
Mm-hmm. No, it has something to do with, like, a hormone that's only released at night.
Yeah.
And only when you're asleep.
I was gonna say, there's a hormone that gets released during your REM cycle.
Yeah. So, and if you're not... And it's only at night.
Yeah.
So if you're asleep during... That's why people who are on night shifts don't always do the best.
Oh, yeah, that's why they have health problems.
Because that hormone, for some reason, is only released during REM sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And only at night.
Yeah.
That's and it crazy. Doesn't matter if your night is during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
That's not the natural night.
Yeah, that's not night.
So, no. Yeah. So, here, what I do to help with my sleep issues, it gets worse with stress, obviously. As we mentioned. Ducky's snoring and sleepwalking. Which is why we sleep in separate bedrooms, even though sometimes he still walks into my bedroom.
Oh, does he?
It's funny. Because then I wake up, and I'm looking at him like, what are you doing?
Chicken's been sleep talking.
I've been sending you sending me videos.
My favorite is, where is it? Where's what? Where's the cat? We don't have a cat. It was so weird.
What Ducky used to do is he would turn on the light I was in dead sleep, and he would flick the light on, and then, where is it? I'm like, where's what?
My favorite story.
The paper! I don't know what you're talking about. What paper? And then he would wake up.
My favorite story of Ducky's sleepwalking is him putting his machine in the closet.
It wasn't the machine, it was just the mask and hose.
Yeah, so he's got sleep apnea, so he has a machine, and he took the hose and put it in the closet, so it looks like this worm or
it was
snake
really
is
funny.
coming out of the closet.
That is a favorite one of mine. One of the funniest ones are, I woke up and he was just...
We love you, Ducky, if you're listening.
He was on my side of the closet, and he was parting my clothes.
Like the Red Sea!
And he explained it to me the next day. He's like, I was looking for someone. I thought someone needed help.
Ooh!
Okay. Oh. Yep.
The wilderness must be explored!
Lots of thoughts. Like, some of my brains just go, and that's an ADHD thing, too. So if your brain's going...
We do some of our best thinking at night when we can't sleep, being completely honest, because that's when our brain's most unhinged.
The shower.
Yeah.
So, like, lots of those thoughts that I had earlier.
Yeah, about the book.
The shower.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're writing a book.
Yes.
That's TBD, but we are working on that.
Yes.
You'll hear us mention it probably multiple times in the future.
Yes, it is our new obsession. Okay. What do we do to help with my sleep issue? Pardon me. Ducky is sleeping in the spare bedroom.
Yep. And
walking.
I found out it's quite common nowadays for like new like relationships, like modern relationships, not new.
Yeah.
To be sleeping in separate beds, and I'm just like, I can't imagine sleeping without Chicken. Like,
You've been sleeping in the same bed as Chicken for a really long time.
Oh, dude, it's been like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
We had our first sleepover, and like non-spicy things happened. Like, first sleepover, I think we had like 2 weeks after we started dating.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, my mom said I could have special time when I was like 16. She said, as long as I'm ready and prepared for all of the consequences that could possibly happen. And, like, pregnancy is not the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah. So,
like, she's, like, making sure, like, you can do that whenever you want. It's just, make sure you're 100% ready.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we had a sleepover, just cuddling. And so, yeah, we've been sleeping in the same bed for almost 9 years now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh,
God, that makes me feel old.
You're only a year older than me.
That means you're old, too. Sorry. Side note.
So I also do walking or other physical exercise. So, like,
exhausting yourself, basically.
Yeah, using my muscles.
Using your energy.
I try not to have heavy conversations at night.
Yes.
If I can't sleep after rolling around for a few hours or even after like an hour and a half, I get up and read or I do something else, like watching a show, playing a video game, or
which kind of counteracts the whole stay off your artificial light.
I know, but like after an hour and a half.
You can't you don't like laying in bed, so.
No, because especially if I'm in the same bed as someone and they're asleep, it makes me want to physically hurt the other person.
Well, there's some nights where I can't sleep and I'm just rolling around and I feel bad.
Because, I feel bad and then
I'm
get angry.
I'm waking you up. I think I'm interrupting your sleep. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do I do? Oh, stretching to like really just to loosen up everything.
I want to try the boiled cabbage drink. I know it's disgusting,
what the hell is that?
So apparently there is an enzyme that comes off of cabbage when you boil it and like make it into like a tea sort of thing. It tastes and smells disgusting, but apparently it knocks you right out. More than melatonin does.
What I've been taking, or something that you guys can try, is ashwagandha, and I've been bad and I haven't been taking it for like 2 weeks. I took
2 weeks?
I know, right? I took it last night and I noticed that I'm almost out, so I'll have to go with Ducky.
Ducky, we need to go to the store.
Or can you just pick some up, please?
Yeah.
So ashwagandha, it aids in stress relief and it helps with sleep.
Yep.
It does not solve the issue.
Your stress.
It doesn't solve the issues.
Yeah.
But it helps.
Yeah. What's the hormone? Cortisol?
Yeah, cortisol.
That's the stress hormone.
It is, yes.
So I'm pretty sure it helps lower your cortisol levels.
It does. Yeah. Which
That's
is, if you're stuck in high cortisol for a long period of time,
your body kind of becomes addicted to it.
No.
Isn't it?
You just get stuck in it.
Yeah.
So you're stuck in the fight or flight. Even though you don't want to be. Your body's just kind of there.
Well, see, there's fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah.
No one talks about freeze.
Yeah.
So, like, you can be stuck in the freeze, too.
Yeah. But basically, I have to get my blood tested again. And I keep putting that off because
I wonder why.
I hate needles. And
Stabby stab.
And then I got sick, and then I worked the elections, and then I'm going through all of this bull crap. And if the levels is still similar to what it was last time, my family doctor is going to put me on like a medication to just push me
in the right direction. That makes sense.
Because once it gets going, then my body will naturally come down from that. And then that will also help with weight loss and other things too.
That's another thing that insomnia and sleep disorders actually cause problems with is your weight. I've read that.
Yep.
It still boggles my mind that like insomnia can affect your heart and give you cardiovascular disease.
Well, if you're not resting your body the proper amount of time, that kind of makes sense because then your heart can't rest properly.
Yeah, it can't do its thing. That's crazy. But anyway, how long have we been recording for? 41?
14.
It's like 41 minutes? Crap.
It's not been that long.
No, it hasn't been.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I did last summer, when my insomnia was really bad, is I cleaned baseboards. I didn't even clean all of them. But it was forbidden chocolate milk.
Oh, she sent me the picture of it at like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like, what did you do? And she's like, I just cleaned the baseboards.
I didn't even clean all of them in the house. I just cleaned the ones on the main floor. I couldn't sleep. And it was hot. And then I think a couple of weeks ago I cleaned the bathroom door downstairs and the door frame around it. That was gross.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as dirty as the baseboards.
I wish, because like I get the urge to clean in the middle of the night when I have bad insomnia, because I'm like, I want to get up and make myself tired, right? But I can't do that because I live with Mom and she sleeps in the living room because we just have a 1-bedroom. And yeah. So
hopefully you guys get a bedroom, your own place soon. What if you guys got a place in the same apartment building?
We've looked into that, but we are one of the very few that have a pet allowance in the building. So, yeah. I remember the one time I got high and cleaned the whole house in the middle of the night.
I remember you telling me about that.
I'm like, weird. Most people get stoned for funsies. I get stoned to clean. It was so weird.
I remember last year my insomnia was really bad, but I was going through even more stress.
Yeah.
I think there was...
You and Ducky were having a really bad time staying up.
Yeah. I think there was a couple times when it was really bad. This was, I think, just before we started sleeping separately. There was like a period of 2 weeks, I think, where some days I would get a lot of sleep, but then other days I would get 4 hours of sleep, or I would get 2 hours of sleep, because I just wouldn't go to sleep. So I would go downstairs and I would watch a show until I literally passed out.
Yeah. Don't you hate it when you like are doing something, you're like, oh, I'm tired, I'm falling asleep, and then you go to bed and you're wide awake.
Yeah. You're like exhausted, and then you go to bed, you do all this, you do all of your bedtime stuff, and then your brain's just like, let's run a marathon.
Yeah, that's so stupid. I don't know if that's an ADHD thing or not. But
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, my brain's been really like buffering lately, especially that video last night.
Oh my god! Last night our brains just both died.
I'm like, what's that word? That word when you...
What's that word when you... I can't even remember how to describe it, but what's the word when you... Yeah, you figured it out eventually.
It was introduced, and like...
I sent you a video before that, and I was like, what is the... And then, like, my brain completely died. And I was just silent. And then I'm like, I forgot my, like, train's gone, left the station.
And you are not on it.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. Yeah. But I definitely got into a little bit of a hyperfixation.
Oh, my goodness. When you do move, I hope you don't move too far away.
I know. I mean, everywhere in the city is, like, 20 minutes away. Yeah. And we're Maine in the city.
6 minutes is still
Oh, 6 minutes is so convenient.
It'd be funny if you moved into this part of the area.
I was thinking on my way home, there's a house for sale at the end of...
Yeah.
I was like, I should buy it. Not that I can afford it or anything.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun.
Honestly, I wish Ducky didn't snore so much, because then we could just buy like a tiny house.
Yeah.
With land and just
that'd be so great.
Be good.
I want a house with like at least a big backyard. At the very minimum, I want a big backyard so I can have Bruno run.
You see, I don't really want much of a yard because then I have to like keep it.
Yeah, that's true.
I know we went off the top of Insomnia, but like
Now we're just rambling. Now we're just chit-chatting.
Yeah, but this is what you all signed up for, so.
ADHD at its finest. We went and got Slurpees, and...
I felt like a Slurpee today.
You got a medium, and I got an extra large. I got ice cream in mine, so we call those screamers, or at least I do. I call them screamers. Where you lay your Slurpee, and then ice cream, and Slurpee, and ice cream. And it's delicious.
I had ice cream and cookies last night.
Yummy.
We have an air fryer, but it's more like a convection oven.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really nice, especially when it's hot.
I was going to say, it's very convenient when it's hot.
Because then you don't have to heat up the big oven.
The whole house with
and then you're heating up the whole house.
You just got AC, too. I'm jealous.
Yeah. And it's not central AC, and I didn't use it last night because it was cool enough outside.
It cooled off really nicely last night.
There was no reason for me to use the AC last night, and I'm honestly probably not going to use it until we have
Until it's like 40 degrees at night.
Until it's not cooling down enough at night. And it's like 30 degrees for 2 weeks straight.
Yes. Lord knows that's coming.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm going to live at my aunt's lake. I was thinking that, not yesterday. Last time it was 30 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that, I'm like,
I went with you once.
Is May too early to go swimming?
I think it's a little too early because the lake is still pretty cold.
It'll definitely be chilly, but I used to go for, every May 2-4 weekend, I would go and run into Lake Huron.
Oh,
wow. Some of the times, there were still ice cubes in that water. It was chilly.
I would. I don't doubt it.
And when it hits the hooch, everything crawls inside you.
That goes up your spine.
It's fun. Oh, I have a video. It's my brother and I just like running into the lake, and he just like keeps trekking with his arms like up above the water. He's just like trekking until he's at like chest deep, and he's like, I can't go anymore, I'm so cold. And I'm like, dude, I go to like waist deep and I dunk, and then I run the hell out. I'm not in that water. I am not in that water as long as he was. Yeah, I was like, you're insane.
Well, why don't we wrap this up? Thank you so much for listening. Yeah. Hopefully you learned something new this week. Please subscribe and follow us so you can get notifications when our new episodes come out.
Yeah.
It is on Spotify and YouTube.
Oh yeah, we forgot our turtle and bear post this week. We are so sorry.
Apologize.
I have reminders set in my phone too, and that's the funny part is how we forgot. It was Tuesday, and I messaged her Wednesday, and I'm like, I just realized what day it is, and she goes, oh, we forgot to post yesterday. But anyways, I'm like, well, we'll just leave the bear one too, so it's
we even. Also have Instagram, Facebook.
Jinx.
We have Twitter.
Yeah, we have Twitter.
Snapchat.
All of our links for our socials are on Facebook, because that's our main. Facebook and Instagram are our two mains that we use, kind of like Spotify and YouTube. But, yeah, thanks for listening, and we will catch you next time.
Bye! Bye.